Hey, what's up? It's Comic95, the Savior, and hey, it's been a long time since we've talked to each other. I know, it's probably gonna get lengthy because you guys know me by now. I'm not good at making short videos, but first, before I get started, I want to apologize to those of you that have been subscribed to me for a long time. I'm sorry for constantly going on random hiatuses and not giving you any explanation. And I also want to really thank those of you that are new subscribers. I've gained like 300 new subscribers since my last video, and I am super grateful for all of you. I literally have videos that I can no longer upload because they're not relevant to my subscription base. For example, I wanted to do a 1,000 subscriber like special video, which I tweeted about. I think I've made a post about it on YouTube too. Long time ago, but obviously we're past that, which I'll still do 1,000 because I'm not at 2,000 yet. So yeah, I'm really super grateful. And not to get off subject, but to be honest, I know people like say all the time like, oh, you deserve more subscribers, you should have more views. And I mean, I agree. I've put a lot of work into my stuff and I tried to be real, but honestly, not that I don't want more subscribers, but I'm grateful that my channel has grown so slow. And it's also partially my fault because I'm not consistent with uploading, or the topics of my video is just on Japan, but it talks about everything. For example, I know there are lots of you that only subscribe to me because you want advice on dating, and some of you only want advice on school, and some of you only want advice on, living here, like housing and, things like that, just day-to-day life. So, yeah. I'm just grateful that there's 1,000 people that I don't know, will never meet more than likely, that are interested in hearing what I have to say and watching me. So anyway, I'm already 2 minutes in, I think. Yes. So let me just say that I kind of want to give you like a warning as to what you're going to see on my channel soon, and also kind of explain why I've been on my hiatus. So first things first, if you are super curious about what's going on, why I haven't been here, gotta throw in my own little plug. I have a Patreon, you guys, and if you are subscribed there, there's not a lot going on. I'm not gonna lie to you and pretend like, oh, you're missing out. But I talk about my life in more detail if you care to hear that stuff. And I upload videos there that are more personal there that I would never have publicly on YouTube. That it's like, if somebody wants to watch it and, you care enough to pay to see what's going on in my life, then that's for you. And of course, people can still hate on my stuff there, whatever, but I don't care. I mean, at least I'm getting paid for it. So yeah, just being real about that. I suggest that you subscribe there. I try to upload at least 4 posts a month, as I say, and of course, as my life progresses, I plan to include other things, like when I have children in the future, etc. They will be a part of my videos that are just there. Eventually, when I make it back to the US, I'll make some vlogs, etc. with my friends. So yeah. What else I want to say? So off of that, so again, like, if you don't know what's going on with me, I highly suggest that you subscribe to my Patreon, and or your free options are, I obviously have Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. I hardly use Snapchat, but I do use Instagram and Twitter pretty often, I think. So yeah, you can look at my trash there. And what was I gonna say? So yeah, as far as like what's really been like keeping me out, that part is mostly there. There's a lot going on with me, but I wanted to talk about what you're going to see on my channel very soon, and this is kind of like my warning / disclaimer. I've made videos on this before, but I want to talk about it again. I am human. I'm human. I have made tons of mistakes here in Japan. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes all the time, and I think it's a part of being a good teacher, and not just work-wise, but life-wise. You are always learning and always growing, and there's something wrong if you ever get to a point where you feel like you know everything and your life and job is just telling people, correcting people. And I think people get that wrong idea from my channel, that I'm just the smart A, or as people commonly say in my comments, not sugarcoating things, which is true, that's my intention, but not so much to be a jerk, but rather to warn you that you're being stupid like how I was, and trying to help you not be me, basically. But I know that a lot of people, especially if you're new, instead is taken as, oh, she thinks she's better than that, she's saying don't do this, but you don't know my situation. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and my life still sucks for the most part now. So it's really funny that people misunderstand that about me because they don't listen and don't read, and I'm not going to go into that. I've made videos talking about this before, but I just want to say that you are going to hear some stuff that you're going to be like, oh my God, why would you do that? But I want to be honest with you. My goal will always be to tell the truth as much as I can without obviously going into too much detail and, you know, putting my own information or other people that I work with or that I'm close to at risk per se, as long as it's within reason, of course. But yeah, like it's really, how can I say? It's really hard to be honest with people, and part of what makes like making my videos fun for me too is that this is therapy for me. Like, this is a release. I get to vent and talk about my day and how I feel and what I'm going through. And it really sucks that, of course, as my channel gets bigger and I get more subscribers and more followers, etc., inevitably I also have to deal with more trolls, more racists, more people that have nothing but negative things to say about me. And it's like, why even watch my stuff then? Like, leave your dislike, unsubscribe, and leave. Like, I literally do not care. So that's whatever. And another little shout out for my haters, in case you didn't know, any interaction that you have with my video, whether it's you watching it for a certain length of time, leaving a dislike, or leaving a bad comment, it still counts as interaction as far as the algorithm goes. Of course, likes obviously do your video much more justice, but the fact that you're engaging with it, it all shows up the same. Just throwing that out there. So this is not to talk about that or persuade you to go one way or the other. To be honest, I kind of feel happy when I have videos that have dislikes, because it shows me that I don't have people that are just robots or whatever and agree with everything that I say. And this isn't to say that I want you to find reasons to not like what I have to say, because really, like, most of my videos are me just telling my own opinion. Like, I'm telling you not even just my opinion, but my experience, what I've been through. And experiences are facts. You can't tell me that I haven't experienced something that I have, because you're not me. So yeah, I'm going to get into some really deep stuff, and I know that I shouldn't do this because it's going to hurt me and my reputation, but I know moving forward I want to get it out of the way. And I talk about this in my videos. You'll see in detail what it's about, but I hate having it where people can hold against me that I think of, like, Jeffree Star, and I hate to say this, but I've been keeping up with all of that drama crap. I hate that mindset where you have to always be like, oh my God, they're holding this above my head and I have to live my life in fear. And if you watch my older videos and you've been around for a while, I'm going to drop their names. This reminds me of my 3 older half-sisters, Sonia, Talisa, and Deanna Marlowe. And my whole childhood, something that really hurt me, as I talked about before, was I spent my whole entire childhood, like all of it, my preteens, teenage years, late elementary years, everything, being paranoid about people thinking that I'm crazy and finding out that I had been hospitalized and that I was taking antidepressants and blah, blah, blah. And I was so worried about that. And because I knew that they had this dirt on me, I stayed silent. I tried to pretend like I had a good relationship with my sisters. I wouldn't say anything bad about them. And I was so stupid and brainwashed by my family that I didn't realize that while I'm busy trying to protect their reputation and thinking that I'm protecting mine, they're dragging my name through the mud, and everybody's secretly whispering, hey, she's crazy. Don't talk to her. Don't believe her, basically. So it was a waste of time. And I feel the same way about this. It's like, if people are going to talk, put the truth out there then. Tell them, you know, the truth. Just get it over with. And I feel like it's a huge relief for you, because it allows you, it gives you back your freedom. You are no longer a slave to rumors. You are no longer a slave to what you've done. You are no longer a slave to your past. Because there's a song that I recently downloaded that, ironically, like, you ever listen to a song that have lyrics that match your situation? It had lyrics that matched that. And it was basically saying that it was a rap song. It was some, like, indie artist. He was saying that he puts his business out there, and basically that, you know, so doesn't matter when someone else does it. Like, he already beat you to it. And this isn't a matter of me, like, trying to make a race out of it, but rather to say, I feel like I've sat back enough and I finally want to speak up for myself. I normally try to take the high road and I don't talk about things that happen here work-wise or day-to-day life-wise, because I always have that feeling, oh, people are going to say, oh, you're always being negative and go back to your home country. And then you have people that'll be like, why would you do that? Oh, you were an idiot. You were in the wrong. And this is not to get you to agree with everything that I've done and that I say, but rather to explain my side of it, and to also basically tell you the real story that really happened, since people like to misspeak and lie and make up stuff to make themselves look good because they can't, take accountability and be, man about it, basically. So, yeah, before I move on any further, I just wanted to bring that up again, that basically, please, I know people aren't going to listen to me as always, but please understand that when I share stuff with you, I'm not speaking to you on my high horse. I sometimes have to go back and take my own advice. I've made tons of mistakes, and I'm always talking about them. And even relationship-wise, like, I want to emphasize on that too. Like, my relationship was not some, Cinderella type perfect story where, things just went perfectly. I actually made a video, in case you guys forgot. I was considering breaking up with my boyfriend because of the distance. Like, I don't know where people get this mindset from. My relationship is so perfect and idolizing me, whatever. Like, please don't. That's not the case. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes that you have no idea about. And there are things that I will probably never share on my channel. Like, I have to protect myself to some degree. I can't tell all of my business. But also understand that when I do open up, it's hard. It's hard to do because you have total strangers that don't know you and whose job is to literally be a couch judge, if you will. And they look forward to hearing bad stuff about you. They look forward to having something to talk about and to complain about, etc. Like, I've actually read like a few comments on like other people's channels about me, and it honestly like made my heart kind of like sink at first when I used to see that. And I literally just got to the point where I stopped. It's like, what do you get out of it at this point? And there's moments where I just even delete comments. Like, I've seen people like say stuff about my hair and about, my eyes and my teeth and just everything. And it's like, I do have a channel that's supposed to be geared towards beauty, by the way, but this is not a beauty channel. And none of my channels are focused on my teeth, although I will say, to be honest, I'm planning to get Invisalign and I will be reviewing that. But that's not the reason why it was a personal one and goal of mine. And I'm just saying that my natural reaction is, of course, you say something bad about me, I'm gonna want to defend myself. But it's not that it's bad to do it, which that is true, and I normally try not to, but it's time consuming and it's stressful to do that. And you just delete it, block the person, move on. So yeah, it's tiresome having to do that stuff because people don't like to listen, people don't like to hear your story, and if your story happens to say anything bad about something or someone that they love, they completely discredit it and try to tell you about their experience by telling you what did or didn't happen to them. And I don't want to jump ahead of myself by going into detail about my videos, but I want to like give this analogy that I used in one of them, which is basically the equivalent of a girl telling you her story about, being, DR'd by going to a bar and having somebody slip something in her drink. And you saying, well, I went to that same bar. That never happened to me before. I had a great experience. Like, okay, like, good for you. I'm glad you didn't experience what I did. But there's no need for you to discredit my story or to make sure that you end it on a good note by painting this positive picture of how wonderful things went for you. Like, that really, like, upsets me when people do that. And I want to make this another video, but I want to comment on this too because I know people, at least I think people mean well when they say this. I don't really know. But please stop using my boyfriend or fiance as like an excuse for things. Like, not an excuse for things, but like my security blanket. Like, I've noticed that anytime I tell anyone about something bad that happens to me here, their instant reaction is, oh, well, I hope that, Shoal can handle this for you. I hope that Shoal will do whatever. And it's like, okay, like, is he me? Like, is he God or something? Like, I get it in one sense, like your partner is supposed to be there for you, etc. But it's like, this is a bigger, deeper problem than him. Like, he is not Japan. He is obviously bilingual, really trilingual. He speaks Chinese too, Japanese, English, and Chinese. But at the same time, it's like, he can't control what other people do and or how they react to me or, what they say about me, etc. He can tell me when he hears or sees something that I don't catch. And, he can provide me with comfort when he's there, but he doesn't go to work with me, you guys. Like, this is a response to things that have happened recently, and I promise you, please don't take offense to it, because I know that like those people are obviously sub to me here. I'm not trying to attack you. I promise you I'm not. It's not just one person. I see this all the time throughout my channel, and I get it in my emails all the time. And again, I believe that these people mean well, so I want to address it here in a nice way, because I'm not trying to see, like, I'm already overdoing it. You get my point. I don't mean it in a mean way and trying to attack you, but it hurts me because I feel like it basically is putting it on the person that I'm with and saying that, well, your fiance is trash, because if he wasn't trash, then you shouldn't feel that way about being here. And it's like, sorry, but he doesn't control all of Japan. Just like if I were in the US and I married a white guy that had blonde hair and blue eyes, he cannot stop the KKK from existing or make me feel safe living in my white neighborhood. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update, letting you know what's going on and what to expect. You are going to see some deep stuff and you're going to be like, girl, why would you upload this? Why are you telling all your business? But this is why. I'm tired of running away from my problems. Because to be honest, I've literally been thinking about just going to a whole nother city after all the stuff that's going on with me here. But I refuse. I'm tired of running away from everything, and I will accept my fate. You know, whatever happens, happens. I might choose to go to another city some other day, but I'm definitely staying in Japan, and I'll make other videos on that stuff. So just telling you that my hiatus is not over. I probably would not upload another video the next day, but I just wanted to update you and tell you what's going on in my life right now. Please continue to pray for me. If you want to see and hear from me more often, please subscribe to my Patreon. In the meantime, you'll get a lot more from me there than you're going to here, because at least there I will post at least 3 to 4 times throughout the month. It might be a video, it might just be, a long status update or a photo or something that, isn't shared other places. But, I'm not going to be uploading YouTube videos every day for right now. And again, the reason being is my life has just been crazy and hectic. And to give you an idea as to what's going on, in case you haven't already noticed, yeah, nothing on my fingers. So yeah, the world has been crazy right now, and it's been even crazier for me life-wise. And I feel like I want to make videos and talk about everything, but I want to wait until I feel comfortable doing so. I don't want to rush and say things that I'm going to regret sharing, or I don't even know. I feel like in between on what I do and don't want to talk about on my channel at times. But in a nutshell, my channel wasn't really supposed to be based around me to begin with. It's supposed to be about helping and advising people about Japan. And of course, I have a segment of my channel like this right here, where I kind of take a step back, break the third wall, for lack of a better term, and I speak about what's going on with me as a person. But most of my videos are really giving you, tips and set numbers of things or whatever, like 20 reasons and my 10 favorite, whatever, things like that. That's my channel. So yeah. If you miss me and you're wondering what's going on, please consider making an Instagram or Twitter account if you don't already have one, and following me there. And you can also add me on Snapchat. And of course, if you want to actually see what's going on in my life, I highly suggest that you subscribe to my Patreon. So yeah, I will return to YouTube, and when I do, there's a lot that you've missed out on. I've literally already uploaded a ton of videos. I just haven't published them yet. So I'm planning to publish them maybe a month or two from the recording of this video, which is taking place at the beginning of March. Today is March 4th, Japan time. It's going on March 5th. But yeah, I have videos from all the way back in January, February, etc. that I have not gotten to I really have videos I recorded back in December, but recently that I had planned to upload that I just didn't. So my goal was really to just wait until I could be more consistent, and I haven't gotten to that point yet. So yeah, I'm getting there. So I'm done. I can go on and on, rant forever. I'm just warning you, you are going to hear the real me. And if that makes you hate me and you want to have this fancy, perfect life story from somebody, then I'm not the channel to sub to. I try to be real and honest, and I'm open and honest about the fact. I'm open and honest about the fact that sometimes I don't take my own advice. Sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I do stupid things. Sometimes I am a bad person. Sometimes I do things that I can't even explain why I said or did them. So yeah, I want to address all of those rumors, and I want to clear my name and give myself peace. My goal is not to be everyone's friend. My goal is not to be liked by everyone. There are people that hate my guts and can't wait for me to die. And with that said, I mean, it's pointless trying to make everybody happy and make everybody love you. My goal is to make myself happy. My goal is to help other people and help them to have a happier, better life. And when I do those two things, I feel satisfied. I don't care about the people who don't love me, because I'm too busy loving the people that do and accepting their love, etc. So that's that. And yeah, now I'm officially done. So as always, if you enjoy this video, if you like my channel, please not only consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, but also please follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and at me on Snapchat as well. And please like my Facebook page. If you like memes, you should definitely check me out there, because I have a dark sense of humor. But that's another story. So yeah, I guess that's it. Again, really sorry to my new subs, because this is like your first impression of me, like not uploading at all. And for my, long time veteran subs, I really appreciate you guys. And to everyone, I will be returning in about a month or so, but I might be wrong. Let's just say at the latest I'll be back by June, but I'm hoping to come back to YouTube by the end of April or end of May. I need time to actually record the stuff. As some of you might know, I am a college student. I'm working on a degree in nursing, and yeah, I'm behind on everything. I've had to retake classes several times, guys. Like, I'm really not doing good because I've had so much stress going on, and work and everything has just been crazy, and I've had a lot of loss this past year, and sadly it seems like things are just getting worse, and I'm hoping that they start getting better, because this last week, because honestly, despite what I said on Instagram, like, that was one thing, but there's been some good things that have happened this week too that have made me really happy these past couple of weeks. So alright, I'm done. Anyway, follow me on my social media accounts, subscribe here, leave a comment down below. Thank you for sticking with me, and again, I really appreciate it if you would consider signing up for Patreon. You can kind of get a closer look as to what goes on in my life. I mostly share status updates, so just, writing there, as well as a few pictures, and occasionally I will upload, a private vlog post that's like exclusively just for there. So yeah, I appreciate it if you check those things out, and if you would subscribe there. So thank you so much for watching. I miss you guys. I love you. Thank you again for honestly giving me a reason to live. I'm grateful for having this business. I feel like it's a dream being fulfilled. I feel like I have my own talk show, like I'm a little celebrity or something. So thank you so much. I've been reading your emails and your messages and comments. I'm really sorry, but I've just been so stressed out I haven't had time to properly reply to them, and I just feel overwhelmed. But I promise you I will try. I can't promise every single last one because honestly I've lost track of them, but I will try my best to get back to you. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.